So day two was a bit of a letdown. I probably need to rethink about how I'm approaching day twos. It seemed to kind of just seems to go wrong, and this time it wasn't any different. First, it starts with leaving day one, and that one of the tournament directors at the podium says, come back tomorrow at 12:15. So I turn around, it's like the schedule, I thought it said 12. No, it's 12:15, 12:15. So anywhere, the next morning, I can find anywhere online where they posted the seats, and usually I like to, know exactly where I'm going. And I decided, like, you know what, I'll still go down 10 minutes early, find out where I'm seated, and, take it from there. So I show up to the tournament event center, and as I'm walking in with like a couple other guys, and it looked kind of empty, and the guard was like, "No, you're looking for day two. It's in the poker room." Like you have to go down the escalator across the casino. You get there, there's like a group of people huddled over the printed out sheets of where people are seated, and I look up. It looks like the clock is already going for day two. So I find where I'm seating, I'm supposed to sit, and I walk in. There's no signs for the tables. There's nothing hanging, and there's nothing visible anywhere. So I asked one of the directors, who usually the staff at the Borgata is pretty good. They're knowledgeable. But this one I'd never seen before. So anyway, she tells me, ask for the table. She's walking around the casino for like 3-4 minutes. I'm like, "Hello, did you forget about me?" She's like, "No, I'm looking for the table." I'm like, right. So forget this. I look at, I find somebody else I'm more familiar with that I know. They have the maps on a sheet of paper. So he tells me, where to go. So I go find my table. I've already been blinded out. Some 25K, which is, a good amount, in addition to the lost opportunity of, playing those hands. So I'm already annoyed. I feel like I'm kind of like mentally almost tilted at this point. So I finally sit down. I get my first two cards where, 10 Jack of Diamonds. I think I was in the cutoff. I look at the blinds. No one seemed like they were interested in this pot, or that was just my read, even though I just got there. So I raise it, blinds for, I believe, 5-10. So I make it 25, and the big blind calls. So flop comes out, deuce, deuce, three, three low cards. I like it. He checks, I see bet. I think I bet 20K, which is about a third of the pot. And he calls. So I'm thinking at this point, is he going to flush draw? I mean, I'm not sure. So I decided I'm probably going to, check it down, except the turn comes out an ace. And he checks again. This looks good for my range. So I put another bet in. I think I bet 30K. Again, he calls. So I'm thinking now maybe he's on a flush draw. Turn, river comes out the 10 of spades. He checks again. I have showdown value. I check back. He turns over ace nine. He had the ace of hearts, so he could have been thinking he's got the back door, or ace nine is good enough. But he stayed long enough, and that's pretty bad for me. Before I even got comfortable, took my phone out, I was already down like a third of my stack, which is 100K between getting blinded out and that first hand. So I went around a couple of orbits, and I had ace 10 in up against ace jack. The big blind ace jack. I had ace 10. The board was ace high with 4 other cards, and his jack played, and I was out pretty fast. So I finished 300s. I believe it's like 380, 390, somewhere in that range. So out of 4,300 people, I mean that's decent, but it's getting a little old to a point where I feel like I don't want to be like a min cash specialist, even though I probably moved up a couple of levels. So I'm probably going to have to read up a little bit. It could just be variance, or I need to approach the immediately past bubble play. Once in the money, and then immediately after, I need to adjust my game a little bit, or just read up on it a little bit more to kind of get better at this poker thing. So Borgata Poker Open is going to be going on for a while, so I'll probably fire off again soon. One of the best value tournaments that allow me to kind of like play while being a full-time employee.